Coming up on Network Africa. "156 people have been arrested for random acts of violence, looting and destruction of property during the anti-foreigner march in Pretoria, South Africa. And the Egyptian architect tackles pollution in the country by turning scraps into pieces of furniture. And later on our Africa Tech segment, a look at the impact of digital connectivity. It's the last edition of the program for the week, and it's great to have you. I am BC Adebayo. 156 people have been arrested in various incidents during the anti-foreigners march in Pretoria. The South Africa's National Police Chief, Khomotso Felani, says the people were arrested for random acts of violence, looting and destruction of property. It's unclear how many of those in custody were South Africans and how many are foreigners. But armed police had formed a barrier between citizens and non-nationals marching in Pretoria, but the crowd became unruly, with both sides shouting at one another, prompting police to disperse the angry mobs. Many shops were destroyed in Marabstad, an area situated in the capital west where many foreign nationals have their stores, and roads were blocked as the marchers gathered. Some of the foreigners carried rocks and sticks, saying they were ready to protect their stores. The marches follow the looting this week of at least 20 small businesses believed to belong to Nigerian and Pakistani immigrants in an area in West Pretoria.
And then here they were supposed to come, they were supposed to make a camp for them. Not like this. They are everywhere. So what about the future for our kids?
We don't fight. We are not here to fight. But we are ready to protect our property.
Meanwhile, South African president has appealed for calm as anti-immigrants march gets underway. President Jacob Zuma strongly condemned the acts of violence and intimidation directed at African immigrants living in South Africa. Mr. Zuma said in a statement that he would be championing the fight against crime to promote safer and more stable communities. Johannesburg Mayor Herman Mashaba has also condemned the xenophobic attacks on social media, despite accusations that his previous comments linking foreigners and crime have helped to fuel a climate of hostility. Mr. Mashaba has always denied inciting violence. And the Nelson Mandela Foundation has also joined its voice in condemning the march against foreign nationals. The Channels TV Bureau Chief Betty Dibia joins us now to give us a sense of what's happening in South Africa. It's great to have you on the program, Betty. All right, we get to that conversation in just a moment, but for now, let's turn our attention to Kenya, where hundreds of people have been forced to flee their homes due to the state of insecurity in the country's Baringo County, about 217 kilometers northwest of the capital, Nairobi, over the past few days. On Thursday, bandits attacked a government truck carrying relief food to the area, and 2 weeks ago, a local elected official and a would-be member of parliament were killed when gunmen attacked a bar. Local leaders have asked President Uhuru Kenyatta to address the attacks, which they say have resulted in the deaths of 10 people so far. The area is home to two communities, the Pokot and Tugen, who have often clashed violently over pasture and water. And a 5.7 magnitude earthquake has struck Africa's deepest and second largest lake, Tanganyika. Much of the impact was, however, felt in the Zimbabwean town of Kapula in the western region, which lies near the borders of Tanzania and the Democratic Republic of Congo. There are no reports of casualties, although eyewitnesses say the quake has caused panic among residents of southwestern Tanzania. In September last year, a powerful earthquake hit northwestern Tanzania, killing 16 people and causing massive destruction on infrastructure in the region. Now, here in Nigeria, Amnesty International has been defending the damning reports on the Nigerian military. The report alleges that the military is engaged in the killings of innocent civilians in the northeast region of Nigeria. An official of Amnesty International, Nigeria, Morayo Adebayo, explains that the organization's report follows a thorough investigation and reports from individuals and NGOs collated over time by the body.
As Amnesty International, before we put out reports, we are absolutely sure, and we as an organization put our weight behind every report that we publish. So if other institutions, organizations have alternative facts, then it's their job to come forward with it through our thorough research process, investigations in which we spoke to members of the IPOB group, family members of those who are dead. We also had forensic experts help us in analyzing these pictures and videos. We analyzed over 87 videos and at least almost 200 pictures, in which all of this evidence putting together shows that at least 150 IPOB members have been killed by members of the Nigerian military. We always send our findings to them, and it's their job to respond or not respond. And you have seen that they've come out to deny it. They deny every allegation in totality. These denials are not new, but the unfortunate thing about denials is that they close the door to dialogue.
You're able to verify that they were all IPOB members?
Yes, we have a thorough research process in which we have to triangulate, which means that if we find information from one angle, we have to find two other angles to corroborate this, at least two other angles. It can be more. And apart from the research process, which is very thorough, there is also different levels of quality assurance, which means that before Amnesty International puts out any report, we have thoroughly verified it, and as an organization, we're able to throw our weight behind it.
So this is over a period of how long?
This research that we did was over a period of, it was from December 2015 to September, October 2016.